G'day everybody, it's Mel at Ride-Tek here. Just leaving Sandown. Just going to ride home to Pakenham, and we're just going to do a bit of a commentary ride just to give you a bit of an idea of some roadcraft techniques. Okay, so on our lane positioning, the left hand side of our lane is P1, middle of the lane is P2, outside wheel track, right hand wheel track of the lane is P3. So that'll explain when I'm talking about P1, P2, P3. So we're going to have a look at buffering away from traffic and just keeping ourselves safe with some nice roadcraft techniques. Okay, moving out into traffic from the on-ramp, mirror signal, head check, safe to move out. Remember to cancel your indicator. Positioning P3 keeps me visible to other traffic. Okay, traffic up ahead, 80 k's an hour here. So we're moving along 74, 75 k's. Checking a car coming up on my right, just buffering across to P2. And checking mirrors, head check, just buffer back to P3. Okay, checking mirrors regularly, every 2 to 3 seconds, just have a quick glance in those mirrors. Scanning left and right, looking as far ahead of the bike as we possibly can. I'm going to turn left at this intersection up ahead, but there's lots of slow traffic. So slowing down, backing off in plenty of time, not crowding the traffic in front. Now mirror signal, head check, just moving over, affecting the turn, looking up the road, gently rolling on the throttle now, cancel the indicator. Up through the gears, 3rd gear, 4th gear. Just watching our speed. Right hander coming up, just moving across a little bit, get that wide entry point. 60 k's an hour, so just backing off our speed a little bit here, checking mirrors. Just watching traffic coming from the other direction, there's an indicator on, just moving away from him. 50 k's an hour now, so slowing down, we'll drop a gear. Nice and steady now, pretty heavy built up area. Lots of traffic here on weekends because there's a big cemetery up here on the left, and you do tend to get a lot of people out on a Sunday visiting the cemetery and that sort of thing. So we're just watching our speed, we're 49 k's an hour, we're in 3rd gear. The bike we're riding today is a 2017 Ducati Super Sport S. Okay, roundabout ahead, so checking mirrors, going straight on at the roundabout, traffic coming from the other direction, so just buffering away a little bit, looking to the right, car coming from the right, making sure this traffic is going straight on. Yes it is. Moving through the roundabout. Moving back to P3 so I can see further down the road around this car ahead. Have a look at the following distance. I'm a good 2 to 3 seconds at least behind the car in front. There's no reason to crowd him. Another roundabout, check mirrors, rolling off the throttle, setting up the brakes, change gears, looking to the right, watching for traffic, all clear, moving through the roundabout, rolling back on the throttle, back up to 3rd gear. I'm in P2 because of the traffic coming from the other direction. Okay, we're going to turn right at the lights up here. It's a bit of a hill start, so mirror signal, head check, just moving over a little bit. I'm in the right hand turn lane, I'm changing down gears. I want to make sure I'm in 1st gear by the time I stop, and I'm going to stop well behind this truck. just in case when he gets rolling he rolls back a little bit. I'm in first gear, I'm holding the bike now with the rear brake. So this is the same as doing a hill start in a car. Instead of using the handbrake, we're using the rear brake on the motorcycle. So when we want to get rolling, I'm going to get the friction point with the clutch, roll on a little bit of throttle, and then I'm just going to keep gently easing the clutch out, rolling the throttle on, ease the rear brake off, and away we go up the hill without rolling back. Up to second, cancelling the indicator, just getting a little bit of distance from the truck. We're turning left, so is he, so mirror signal, head check, into the left turn lane, slowing down, there's traffic coming from our right. So again, I'm stopping a couple of bike lengths behind him. No, we're not going to stop, we're all good. Can move off, got time to get out. Now, we're going to turn left up here, watching that car coming from the right, turning right. Again, just buffering away from them. I'm using P2 at the moment, I'm turning left here. So mirror signal, head check, moving to P2, second gear, turning the head, looking through the corner, gently rolling the throttle on, cancelling the indicator. Now I'm not going to pass this truck on the inside, that would be very unsafe, so I'm going to let him get rolling. I'm going to merge into traffic as well, so I mirror signal, head check, move across to the next lane. I'm going to merge out again, so mirror signal, head check, moving out, watching traffic merging from my right. Good following distance from the truck. We're moving along now at 90 k's an hour. I'm in fourth gear. We'll just click it up to fifth. Cars coming alongside, just buffering away to P2. I'm sitting on 85 and we've got some fairly fast moving traffic around us. Pays to just ease yourself up to the speed of the surrounding traffic. You don't want to be going a lot faster or a lot slower. Still got cars in the adjacent lane on the right here, so I'm maintaining P2. I've got a little bit of buffer zone away from these cars. As they come up, I'm not too close to them. Okay, if it's clear behind, you can move back to P3. Just that quick mirror check, head check, move back to P3. I'm going to change lanes now. I'm going to move to the next lane on the right, so mirror, signal, quick head check, and merge across. And remember to cancel the indicator. Just readjusting the following distance from the vehicle in front, never closer than 3 seconds. And now I'll position myself. I want to go across again another lane. I've got traffic coming up that lane, so I'll move across to P2. Okay, mirror, signal, head check, moving across now, and remembering to cancel the indicator. Traffic coming from both sides now, left and right, so I'm maintaining P2. That way I've got a fairly equal distance of buffer space between both lanes. Motorcycle coming up on my right, I'll maintain P2. Okay, I'm going to move across the lane now. When this vehicle's gone, there's a four-wheel drive coming up. Okay, so mirror, signal, head check, just moving across to the outside lane. Now I'm staying in P1 in this lane now because that allows me to see right down between the two lanes of traffic. If you have a look there, you can see that I can see all the way down those two lanes of traffic. Car coming up on my left though, so I'll just buffer away from him a little bit. I'm now P2 in the outside lane. seems to be holding his distance behind me, so I'll move back. P3. I'm gaining on this red car on my left now, so I want to move away from him as I pass. So mirror, just a quick head check. Moving away now to P3 in the outside lane. I'm going to hold this position now because I'm going to pass this line of cars, so I'm holding P3. Checking mirrors all the time, looking as far ahead of the bike as I can. I'm looking all the way up now to the green sign on the bridge. If you're looking further ahead of the bike, you're seeing things a lot earlier. You're seeing stoplights come on, you're seeing what's happening further ahead. You've got a lot more time to respond to whatever is happening. Okay, I'm still P3 in the outside lane. Past this car. And I'm just going to move back now to P1. So mirror, just a quick head check, back to P1. Looking all the way ahead now, I can see traffic all the way up to the top of the hill. And that's where the focus of the eye direction is. I'm looking all the way up to the top of that hill ahead. Notice I'm still a good way behind the traffic in front. Never crowd the traffic in front. Nothing to gain by doing it. Car coming up on my left, so I'm just going to mirror head check, just move to P2. Let him come past. Okay, clear on the left now, so mirror, head check, just back to P1. k's an hour, so just rock the speed back a little bit. Moving away from this traffic as I pass them, P2, and all the way out to P3. Good line of traffic now, so I'm just consciously now watching for any telltale signs that something might move out and merge into my lane from the left. Any cars that are gaining on other cars very quickly, there's every chance they'll just merge out into your lane without warning. You'll very rarely see an indicator come on, they'll just move. Okay, keeping the P3 position. Brake lights on the car on the left lane, so just wondering what's happening there. Just whenever you see anything like that, you see stoplights, just be prepared to roll off the throttle, slow the bike down a little bit. I'll hold P3, that gives me lots of buffer space. Checking mirrors, of course, every 2 to 3 seconds check those mirrors. You need to be always sure of what's behind you and how close it's travelling to you. Okay, traffic slowing a little bit. I'm clear on the left. I'm just going to move back to P1. That gives me better view down between the two lanes of traffic. Gaining on this car on the inside now. So as I get closer to him, I'm moving away now. P2, checking mirrors across to P3. You can see stoplights ahead, cars are braking, so we're slowing down. I'm back in P2 now because I still have that car on my left fairly close to me. But he's just basically sitting in my blind spot. Always be aware of that. You do have blind spots on a motorcycle. You can't see everything in your mirrors. That's why it's important before you change directions, not only check the mirrors but also get that little head check looking over your shoulder. Traffic braking ahead, slowing down, cars merging from the left, so I'm going to move over to P3. Maintain P3, the line of traffic in the left lane. Still in P3, checking mirrors. Eyes up all the time. I'm looking right through this corner now. I can see a white car away in the distance, and that's pretty much where the focus of my eye direction is. I'm in P2, just move away to P3 as I pass this car. Okay, now mirrors, little head check, back to P1. Mirrors, gaining on these cars on the left, so just mirrors, move to P2, mirrors, move to P3. Maintain P3. Ready to move back, just mirrors, head check, back to P1, gaining on this four-wheel drive, so ready to move again, mirrors, head check, just that little move away to P2, same again for P3, giving ourselves lots of survival space as we pass traffic on that inside lane. Clear on left now, so move back. We might change lanes. We'll go to the left lane, mirror signal, head check. Still an 80k zone here, so we're not speeding, just holding our speed. This is because they've got roadworks going on here. They've had the roadworks going on here for quite some time, and the road surface is a little bit rough, so you don't want to be doing too much speed. Okay, we're going to filter now. Filtering is nice and easy as long as we do it at nice low speed, safe speed. If the traffic starts to move at some sort of reasonable speed, again we just get back into a lane of traffic, but as long as it's doing 30 or less, quite safe to filter through, as long as we've got enough room. This is where you need to be very careful of them just switching lanes without warning too, because that will happen. So be aware of that. So checking mirrors still, we want to see what's happening behind. The most likely thing when you're filtering is there'll be another bike following you. He might want to go a little bit quicker than you, so if that's the case you can just move over, get into a line of traffic, let him go through, and then carry on filtering at a speed that you feel comfortable with. Don't let him push you along. If he wants to filter faster than you, let him do that. Keep in mind, of course, if you're on a learner permit, you're not allowed to filter, it's illegal. Once you're on your full license, you can filter, but the rules are 30 kilometers an hour or less. So if the traffic's stationary, you can filter, or if it's travelling less than 30 k's an hour, you can filter. Once it's moving quicker than that, just get back into a lane. Okay, slowing again. Notice I'm not crowding the car in front. I've got a good 3 seconds at least following distance. Car coming up on my left, so P2. Back to P1 so I can see up these lines of traffic. Lots of traffic merging from the left up ahead, so that's what's slowing traffic down here. We have a merge lane. Now if you're going to filter and there's a lane merging in from your left, be very aware as you filter, the traffic in the left lane wants to get away from that merging traffic, and they will move across to the right hand lane, usually at the last second, and usually without any warning, no indicators. So just be aware of that. If you have got traffic merging into the lane on your left, as you filter through, just watch that traffic doesn't merge onto you. Okay, looking up, lots of brake lights on, so everything's slowing or stopping. So we'll filter through again, just dropping a gear. We're in second gear now. Looking up, looking all the way ahead of the bike, looking down the 2 lanes of traffic. Picking up speed again, so we'll drop back into this lane. P2, P3, just moving away from the traffic in the inside lane. We're slowing again, check mirrors. Ready to filter again, move across to P1. And we'll change lanes now, mirror, signal, head check, across to the left hand lane, P3, changing gears. We're in 4th gear, we're travelling now at 75 k's an hour. I have a fuel light that's come on, so we'll stop at the BP just a little bit further up here. I'm in P2 because I have some traffic coming up on my right. Just readjusting the following distance. This car in front, I'm just a little bit close, so just roll off the throttle, check mirrors. Okay, we'll change lanes, mirror, signal, head check. And away we go to the right hand lane. We're going to pass this traffic, so I'm moving right across to P3 in the outside lane. Up to 6th gear, just readjusting the following position from the traffic in front. We're now travelling at 85 k's an hour, I'm in top gear. Still in P3. Move back to P2, but as I gain on this white car on the inside, moving back across to P3. Keep your moves nice and smooth. You shouldn't be swerving around in your lane, you're just gently changing lane position, checking head checks and mirrors as you go. Okay, I'm in P1 now, I'm gaining on this red car. Move to P3, so just check the mirrors, head check, gently move across to P3 so that I've got lots of safety buffer zone as I go past him. Okay, checking mirrors, head checks, moving back to P1. Clearing the left lane now, so I'm going to change to the left lane, so mirror, signal, head check, and move back to the left lane, and we stay in P3. Traffic coming up on my right, so I'm going to buffer across to P2. 100 k's an hour limit here, we're sitting on 97, 98. I've got good following distance from the vehicle in front. Traffic still coming up on my right, so I'm maintaining P2. Traffic coming on my right, holding P2, car merging into my lane, just backing off, readjusting my following distance, brake lights on, so slowing even more, just checking mirrors, rolling off the throttle, everything moving ahead again, maintaining P2, right hand lane clear now, so move to P3. So check mirror, little head check, move across to P3. I'm going to stop at this service centre up ahead and get some fuel, and that's where I'll actually turn the camera off. But I hope you've enjoyed this little session. Just gives you a little bit of idea of lane positioning and buffering, a little bit of roadcraft. If you do need any help with any aspects of your riding, don't forget to give us a call at Ride-Tek, we'll be happy to hear from you. And be safe with your riding. Okay, the service centre is 1k ahead. I'm still in P3 and I can stay here for the moment. Okay, just moving across now, P2, just mirror head check, and you should see the off ramp just up here, yes, there it is. So mirror, signal, head check, and just slowing down, moving into the off ramp. Still slowing down, just braking gently, checking mirrors, changing down gears, 20k limit as we enter the servo. So just slowing down nice and safely, nice and smoothly. And we'll pull up to the pumps and pay some exorbitant dollars for to fill the tank. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that little ride with us, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon. So this is Mel at Ride-Tek. Enjoy your riding, stay safe.